Hi. Do you know where your garbage goes? My name is Chris Major. I'm the Education Coordinator of the City of Spokane Solid Waste Department, and chances are, if you live in Spokane County, your trash comes to a waste-to-energy facility. It's the only one of its kind in Washington State, and the reason it's here in Spokane is because before this facility was built, we were putting all of our garbage into 5 landfills. And if you know your geology, you know that we live right on top of our drinking water here in Spokane, our sole source aquifer. And so if you can imagine garbage buried right on top of your water, not a good combination. So they decided we needed an alternative to dealing with our trash. And so they built this facility. Here we burn the garbage and we recover energy. So how do we do that? Garbage, whether people drive it to us, whether it comes from trucks that are picked up curbside or bringing it from other transfer stations, all of the garbage that comes here comes onto what we call a tipping floor. And it gets pushed into a pit, just a big bunker, and it's filled with garbage, and a big claw starts mixing that garbage up and picking it up and putting it into 2 boilers. So we have 2 boilers here, and each boiler burns 400 tons of garbage every single day. So we can burn 800 tons of garbage a day here in this facility. So the garbage burns at temperatures over 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That garbage is reduced to ash. So for every 10 trucks of garbage that come in here, there is 1 truck of ash that still needs to go to a landfill. But before that ash leaves the facility, we are able to take magnets and remove ferrous metal. So we go through that ash, we pull out tons of metal every day that goes to be recycled. And then the ash is sent to a landfill. But it takes up a lot less room in a landfill, and it's not going to leach anything out into the ground or the water or generate greenhouse gas emissions. So that's how we deal with our garbage here. Now, how we make electricity is that we're going to take that hot temperature, burning that garbage in those boilers, and we're going to make steam. So the boiler walls are made out of hollow tubes, which we circulate water through it. You know that when water gets hot, it boils, and you make steam. And so that steam turns a turbine. So picture this turbine, it spins. If we blow hot steam on the blades, it spins really fast, and we're making energy. So we can make enough electricity with our garbage to power 13,000 homes. Not bad, huh? So what's the downsides? Yes, we're sending less to landfills. We're making energy that everybody needs. But what's the downside of waste energy? Exactly. What is going out the stack? And yes, we have to be very, very careful with how we clean the air. So you'll never see smoke come out the stack. But if the weather is cooler, you might see water vapor when the outside air is cooler than the warm air that's coming out. So how do we clean that smoke that we're getting in the boilers? Well, we're using different chemicals as well as mechanics. So we're using ammonia that we spray into the boilers that neutralizes nitrogen oxides. We're also using carbon to kind of glom on to mercury, and it's easier to pull that out. Everything goes into an acid scrubber. And in this place right here, we take lime and we spray that lime in, and that neutralizes acid gases. And then all those gases get pulled through what's called a bag house. And in this bag house, we have a few thousand of these cylinders that are hollow tubes that have cloth around them. And then a vacuum pulls through the middle of the tube, and it holds all the particles against this fabric. and that's called fly ash. And we're able to recapture that fly ash, and then that also goes to a landfill. So what comes out our stack is as clean as we can possibly make it. And we do a pretty good job here. So there really is no good way of dealing with garbage, whether you send it to a landfill and it generates the possible ground and water pollution and greenhouse gas emissions, or you send it to a facility like this where we have to worry about the emissions that come out our stack. Is no good way of dealing with garbage except not to make it. But again, if you live in Spokane, this is how you deal with your garbage. All right, thank you, everybody.